It's a rare and secret rite of spring. The black grouse lek is a mating ritual performed at secluded spots on the Pennines each year when males stage fights to impress females. It's hardly ever seen by human eye, but one teenage photographer has captured it on video, and we can bring it to you now in tonight's North Country. Hannah Bayman reports.
18-year-old A-level student Will Nichols, at work around his hide near Hayden Bridge in Northumberland. When Will was 14, he was named Young Wildlife Photographer of the Year.
I've started photography when I was 12, when we moved into the countryside from the city, and it's unavoidable to get an interest in wildlife because there's so much wildlife on our doorstep. In Northumberland we have a great variety, and I love to photograph what we have locally. My favourite mammal, which we have here, is the red squirrel. It's obviously under threat from the grey squirrel at the moment, but they have their own little personalities, and I love to capture that in my images. It's a really great hobby to have. It gets you out in the outdoors, and seeing the wildlife is great because you get to see all the different behaviour each species has and the interactions between them all.
This spring, Will is on the trail of his most elusive quarry yet.
Well, it's 3:45 in the morning now, earlier than anyone should have to wake up at. I'm heading off to the moors now to go and hopefully find the black grouse lek.
Will's early start meant he caught on film one of the rarest rites of spring, the black grouse lek, seen only at dawn on our northern hills.
The lek is actually Norse for play. It does look like play, but it's actually a very serious event. Males gather at these traditional display sites known as leks first thing in the morning, every day of the year, but particularly in April and May because that's when females come to select a mate. The male in the middle is the top dog and the female is searching him out to mate with. So all the males are competing on that lek to take the central position. I think it's one of the best wildlife spectacles that you'll see in this country.
Loss of their natural habitat means there are now only a few thousand black grouse left in the UK, most of these in Scotland. The last remaining population in England is right here in the North Pennines.
This show of white tail feathers is an aggressive display. The male who manages to dominate the central spot will go on to mate with 95% of the females who are watching.
The black grouse are a really magical species to photograph, and they all come down from the hills around and land in the field, and they fill up the valley with their bubbling call. They sound like they're backing off a bit, but then they really go in for the hard hit. I've just finished up in the hide after about 3 or 4 hours. I'm absolutely frozen. I've seen a few grouse, not as many as last year because of the bad winter, but it's still a lovely experience to see the lek.
Hannah Bayman, BBC Look North.